Hi, I'm Irene, author of Avi and Arlene's Autism War. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the electric shock treatments used as an aversive at the Judge Rotenberg Center. There was a report from WCVB TV about a bill that's currently in the legislature in New York called Andre's Law. And they're trying to prevent individuals, students, New York students, to be referred to the Judge Rotenberg Center because of the electric shock treatments that they use as an aversive. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the electric shock treatments and why this is such a problem, why we have it. I think it's a symptom of a much larger issue. So the bill that's currently on the trying to be passed is called Andre's Law, and it's Andre's mother. Her son Andre experienced the shock treatments, and there is actually a video that you can watch that will show, that this what he went through was a pretty horrible situation. Now, Andre's mother says, that this is that what's happening over at Judge Rotenberg Center is a product of American greed and ill-gotten gains. And then they go in and they say that Massachusetts has spent $170 million for tuition for students that they sent to the Judge Rotenberg Center. And of this money, a huge amount, $15 million was spent on legal fees, $700,000 on lobbying fees, and $1 million in public relations. Now, they're saying this about the Judge Rotenberg Center, but in general, we have huge the special needs schools, the special needs schools, and the corporate private providers, which our adult system is pretty much almost all privatized. All of them are spending money on legal fees, insurance, high executive fees, public relations, lots of things that have nothing to do with helping people with disabilities, more like helping themselves. And that is common. This is not unusual. This is, they present this as, oh, we found something. Look at this. We're paying money for all of this stuff that has nothing. But that's more the norm. That's not the exception to the rule. That's the rule. Okay, so most people who are watching this video is probably familiar with the fact that there's been many attempts to close down the Judge Rotenberg Center. The FDA was going to make the device, not approved or something like that, and there's been many attempts, but in every case, they have a lot of money. They have money for lawyers. They get the best lawyers, and the parents really want to keep the center open, and they want to keep the electric shocks. So why? So why did this happen? And why isn't the attempts to shut this down? Why doesn't it work? There's attempts and money spent. Well, I'm going to give you my opinion on why it doesn't. That doesn't work. First of all, Um, the people who are proponents of keeping this open and using the shocks, these are desperate families. These are families who've been told, sorry, it sucks to be you. We're not helping you. And when by the time they came to the Judge Rotenberg Center, they're the only ones who say, okay, yeah, we're going to help you. And that's why they're such loyal. They're loyal to the JRC. And, you have people who were there, graduated, and then more people come in. These are all people who have been shunted aside and not given the help that they need. And because they don't have the help that they need, and they have the Judge Rotenberg Center saying, we're going to help you. That's the reason why we still have electric shocks. The best thing to do if you want to shut it down is not to go after these people legally. Now, their lawyer, Max Stern, he must be a very good lawyer. He said that these folks have been treated in the most respected institutions in the country. Well, I'll tell you something. Just because they were treated in the most respected institutions in the country, that doesn't mean that they got the correct help. Now, also this morning, I was listening to Jackie Kancir, who's the policy director on the NCSA, and she was on the verge of tears talking about how in Tennessee she can't get a crisis treatment for her daughter. And the tears were coming down my eyes, listening to the pain that she was in, that it's not available. It's just not available. And in that live stream, she said, well, my daughter needs an interdisciplinary team. An interdisciplinary team means doctors, speech therapists, occupational therapists, recreational therapists, all kinds of people who are professionals, not people who just stepped up off the boat, professionals who know what to do and talk to each other, and they are going to troubleshoot what's the problem. We don't have that. The only place you can get that is in an intermediate care facility, ICF, IID, which is developmental centers, and we want to close those down. So this is what we get instead is electric shock treatments, jail, emergency rooms, hospitalizations, all kinds of inappropriate things. And that's the reason why the Judge Rotenberg Center for Electric Shocks is able to live and thrive, because we don't have the treatment that these families need. If you presented them with something that sounded like it was going to work, not just, oh, well, we're wonderful, and we're the best, and we're the most respected. No, that's not good enough. We're going to get the doctors together, and we're going to get the dentists, and we're going to sit down, and we're going to figure this out, and we're going to give you the best treatment, and we're going to give you the treatment that you need, so that you don't need electric shock treatments. That's what needs to happen, not legally forcing these people, because these people have been told, well, sorry, it sucks to be you, and that's it. So that's my opinion on the Judge Rotenberg Center for Electric Shocks. We really shouldn't have electric shocks, but I don't think, legally, or we're not going to send people there. And I don't think that's the way to go about it. The way to go about it is to give them, these families who need it, to give them the treatment that their loved one needs. That's it. And then there'll be no reason for electric shock treatments. So that's my video for today. I hope it's been helpful to you. And I'll see you on the next one.